Down towards the finish of the Sporting Life 10K. It's got to be one of the biggest road races in Canada. It's a downhill, really fast 10K that goes through the heart of Toronto, and it's a beautiful day. This is week 23 of the vlog. I want to talk a little bit about shoes. So before I get started, someone might say, well, aren't you supported by Skechers? Doesn't that kind of skew your opinion? And something that I think is really important is that Skechers supports me because I run in their shoes. I don't run in their shoes because they support me. I'm not fast enough to be able to use anything but the best equipment for me, especially for something as important as my shoes. And Skechers only just started supporting me, so I've been running in their shoes for the last couple of years when I had to go into the store and buy them just like anybody else. Week to week, my mileage varies quite a bit. On really big run focus weeks, I can be up around 120, 125 kilometers. On weeks where I'm kind of reining in the run and really, especially if I'm really focused on the bike, I can be much closer to like 50 kilometers. So the shoes that I use both depend on the types of running that I'm doing and just how many miles I have on my legs. So there's 4 different pairs of shoes that I do all my running in. There's the GoRun Ride 6s, the GoRun 5s, the GoMeb Razors, and the GoMeb Speed 4s. First shoe I'm going to talk about is the GoRun Ride 6s. So they're a shoe that I've really grown to appreciate as I've gotten a little bit older and a little bit wiser. When I was younger, I'd always want to do all of my runs in almost like a racing flat type shoe. They generally have a cooler design and they just look a lot faster. But having a shoe that has a little bit more cushioning and a little bit more padding, it really helps you save your legs throughout the week. So I do all my long runs and a lot of my recovery runs in this shoe. And what I really like about it is that even though it does have a lot of cushioning, it doesn't lose that responsiveness, and it's not overly clunky. So you don't feel like you're running with cinder blocks attached to your feet. So this is the GoRun Ride 6. The GoRun 5 is almost like my Swiss Army knife of shoes. So it is a shoe that if I don't know what the traction is going to be like, if I don't know how I'm feeling, this is generally the shoe that I'm going to go with. It is a shoe that quite a number of triathletes actually race in. It doesn't have quite the amount of support as or cushioning as the GoRun Ride 6s. So you get a little bit better road feel, and it still is quite a light shoe, and it's a shoe that I probably end up doing about half my weekly mileage in. The GoMeb Razor is brand new from Skechers this year, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite shoes. It's the shoe that I wore for the Around the Bay 30K. As of right now, that's the furthest that I've actually run in this shoe. I'm undecided whether or not I would run a marathon at this point in it. I am considering this shoe for Ironman Lake Placid. For any sort of half marathon, so like for Eagleman that I have coming up, this is the shoe that I plan on wearing. It's not quite a racing flat, so it has a little bit more cushioning than a racing flat, but it performs just like a racing flat. So you have a really good road feel, it feels really responsive, but it's just a little bit more forgiving, and it's got a great design, so you can look fast when you're running in this shoe. GoMeb Speed 4s are the shoes that I wear the least frequently of my Skechers shoes, but they're really, really important shoes for me, and they're a real treat when I get to put on. So these shoes get saved just for track and interval sessions. So right away when you look at it, you can tell it's a shoe that's meant to go fast. It's got a low profile, it's super light, and so I would wear this for a 5K race. I'd consider wearing it for a 10K race, but definitely nothing longer than that. And so when I lace these up at the track, I know that it's definitely time to run fast. If you have any questions about any of the Skechers shoes, feel free to either send me an email or leave a message below. And until next time, happy training.
Oh, this you crazy mother.